Welcome YouTubers to this very special video that I was planning on doing for a while but didn't have the motivation to do it, but you know what, I'll just try it now. And this is going to be the FMGPB Blaze tutorial video for Grundy. I know a tutorial for Grundy has been done by, I think, Tom Brady before. I don't remember who exactly did one, but I think he did leave off on some details on Mr. Solomon Grundy. So I'm here to hopefully fill up those spots, and hopefully I'm not even trying to compete with the person that did the tutorial. I'm just trying to see if I can do one myself just as good as the said person that did the tutorial. Alright, without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, the overview of Solomon Grundy. Grundy is basically a in-your-face character. No matter what he does, he has to be directly in your face, close by. He cannot be far away. Although he has tools for far away fighting, but they're not as good as his close combat fighting. So yeah, Grundy definitely recommended to fight up close, or at least try to fight up close, depending on who you're facing. Let's see, by movement. Grundy's movement is a bit, you know, normal. Nothing really extra torrential about that. Yeah, big character, kind of moves good enough anyway. Backdash is a little bit lackluster, but I believe it has his a few frames of invincibility when it does it, like every other backdash in the game. So that's something to look out for. Forward dash, on the other hand, is actually one of the fastest forward dashes in the game. It's not the best because it doesn't really travel all that much, but it's definitely fast. It's not like he can avoid normals or projectiles while he's dashing. It's actually very unsafe to do it, but nevertheless, though, it's still a fast forward dash. Alright, that's basic movement. Okay, jumping. Grundy's jump is not what you want to be doing a lot, since his jumping is a bit slow, but it's definitely something you would want to do. Like, you know, if you get a cross-up game going, and yes, Grundy has cross-ups, it's something to look out for. But yeah, his jump is not really that good. It's because, yeah, it's mostly because of the fact that his hitbox is just too big. Like, literally anything can hit him over me because his hitbox is just ridiculous. Alright, that's basic movements down. Let's go to normals. We're going to start with Mr. Grundy's light attacks. Stand light attack is basically his combo starter. Like, nothing really going on about that anyway. Like, it's mostly the whole cast is, well, some of the whole cast is combo starter. Grundy's is not different. He starts off with a 1. You can, from a 1, you can do another light into a 2, like 1-1-2, or you can do 1-1-3. Like, basic combos. There's like every other cast in this game. There's like every other of the cast of this game, I mean. Yeah, not the fastest normal he has, but it's definitely there for like a combo starter. Alright, let's go to his down 1. Down 1 is his low 1, at least. The good thing about this is that not all the characters have a follow-up to their down 1. Grundy has a follow-up with a 3. So yeah, that's something to look out for, because if they try to block the first one and they start to stand up, you can honestly get them for the low again. And that the 3 is a sweep after that, so it's a low to a sweep. It's kind of like something you would do if they're expecting not to block low a lot. But yeah, it's there. Okay, so we're gonna go to Grundy's back 1, which is his overhead. I like to call it bonk, because it basically looks like he's bonking them in the head. This is good because it has, for an overhead, it has decent speed, and it's an overhead, plus it has a follow-up like his down 1. You can basically follow up with an overhead and then a low, but unfortunately that's all he has for that follow-up. He doesn't have like another high he can do. It's just a high into a low. That's definitely something you would do, maybe on their wake up, or if they're crouch friendly. If they're going to be crouching a lot, it's definitely something you do on them. Okay, now we're going to go to forward 1, which is Grundy's low. This is a key normal you do when they're getting up. Like, when they're about to get up, And if they're not wake up attacking, which is invincible in this game, you can do a forward 1 for a low, and you can either do a forward 1 to a 2 for that, or forward 3 into that. Both are good because you can actually get a combo going after that. Like for forward 1, you can do that, and it obviously connects, and you can do forward 3 to do that. Well, forward 1 to 3, sorry about that. Alright. Both are definitely good on wake up. That is one thing you should do on their wake up. Alright, that leaves all of Grundy's lights. Let's go to Grundy's mediums. Grundy's mediums aren't really all that special. There's actually only a few that's actually really good. But I'll go through all of them as much as I can. His stand medium, it's not really much about it. It's slow. It has good range. Oh, look at that. It has really good range, but that's pretty much all it is. Like, there's nothing special about his stand medium or stand 2. Alright, let's go on. Forward 2 is basically the meat cleaver. Like, he takes out a meat cleaver from his back and slashes you across the chest, or it looks like across the chest. This is basically, it leads to a combo with the meat cleavers. It's not really recommended since it is very slow. So definitely not something you want to do unless you have like an open opportunity to do it and to maybe look flashy. Yeah, I guess so, but no use for it. His stand 2, on the other hand, is actually a really good tool for their wake up as well. It's a stomp that's a low and it's a launcher. So basically you can do that and you can get a combo off of it. Well, that's in the corner. Let me see out of the corner. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be hard to do it. But the good thing about it is that it's special move cancelable. So you can do it into a special move, which is actually very good. For some special moves, you can do it a low into an overhead, which is very good. And it's a very good tool for their wake up. It's a bit slow, so I would say, depending on who you're facing, if they're going to be wake up friendly, don't try to do anything on it. Especially this move, because this move is a bit slow. Alright, now we're going to go to his down 2, which is actually his best 2, because it's the fastest 2 that he has. It's literally, you can follow up on it if I can actually get it going. Yeah, there you go. You can follow up on it with a lot of stuff. It's actually a good combo starter too, since it is very fast. Since I just demonstrated. Well, you get the idea. I can't really do it right here because I never really timed it well with the online lag situation, so I'm not really sure about what else he can do, but it's there. You can combo well with it. Yeah, I just did something right there. It's a basic. And yeah, his most recommended 2 is definitely his down 2 because it is very fast and it's a good combo starter. It can actually take people like Superman, don't know much about Batman, but Aquaman as well, Deathstroke. It can honestly throw them off guard. Like characters like that, you don't really get that much from Grundy. Out of all. Okay, that leaves all his 2s. Down 2 definitely worth it. And back 2 also worth it too. Wow, that was so many 2s. Alright, now we're gonna go to Grundy's 3s, which is his heavies. Stand heavy is a good well, it's a mid, wow. I thought it was an overhead. Anyway, it's a good mid only because of the fact that it can follow up with another 3, which is an overhead, I believe. Or it's just, oh my god, I got this information all wrong. Yeah, basically, it's actually a tool for a lot of people online because they don't expect you to do the follow-up. So they don't block, and they mostly get hit by the follow-up. I thought it was an overhead. If it was an overhead, it'd be a lot better. But yeah, the 3-3 combo definitely is something you should do because a lot of people don't expect Grundy to do the follow-up. Yeah, because they don't want to see the Harlem Shake, basically. Okay, so Grundy's, well, basically his ground bounce and his wall bounce. More recommended normal for that is his ground bounce, which is his 4-3. This is yet again another tool, good tool for their wake up. When they're getting up and you want to do an overhead that's good for combos, that is definitely something you should do. And like I said on the other ones, it's a bit slow. But you'll be amazed on how many people don't see it coming. It's actually like really fast to their eyes, but for some people that know how to face Grundy, it's actually easy to block. But yeah, that's definitely something you should keep in mind on their wake up, which is very, very good. And it's no doubt an easy way to combo as well. Alright, now his back three is basically his wall bounce. Nothing much to say about that. It's a standard wall bounce. You can follow up with, just like most of the other casts, anything after that with a jump. What I would recommend is armor basing it, or if you can get a good combo going, you can combo into it. But yeah, it does the damage, not gonna lie. But that's all it really does. It's a good combo extender, and it does the damage. Okay, now we're gonna go to down three, which is his sweep. Oh man, this sweep is just so much range. I could be like right here, and it works. Look at that. That's some deep range for a sweep. Yeah, it's definitely something you would do just to like get them off of their feet. I did that randomly. But yeah, the sweep, very good. Good range, not really good speed, but nevertheless though, it's a sweep and it's very good. Okay. Now that leaves up to stand normals, and I think before I end this, I should go to his jumps. Alright, his jumps are, like I said, not really good, but if you're trying to get the cross-up, like I mentioned earlier, it's actually a good idea. His best cross-up is his down one. Jump one, which works really good. Well, I don't see why it didn't work right there. There we go, it worked. Because it's a good way to get combos going. Of course, it has to be at a certain angle. Of course, it's not working, but yeah, you get the idea. It's actually one of his good cross-ups. His other good cross-ups is his 2, which is a little harder to make work. And this one actually worked as the combo going. This one actually is a better one because it has more hit stun to leave you into more combos, but its hitbox is a little bit smaller than his 1. Nevertheless, though, you still have to time both normals to make it happen for a cross-up. Alright, now we're going to go to his jump 3, which is basically an overhead like everyone is expected to be. But it's honestly, it's something good for if you can get like a neutral jump going and they're going to jump in on you. Yeah, that's something you should use it for. Other than that, it's not really that fast, but nevertheless, though, you can honestly get it going for a good combo after a wall bounce, which is why I mainly use it for. Nevertheless, though, it's not a cross-up, so you can't really cross it up. You're going to mostly end up in front of him anyway doing it, so don't expect that to be a cross-up for Grundy. And I guess that sums up all of Grundy's normals, unless you want me to go to his meter burn normals. Depending on which combo, like if you're going to do 1-1-3, the back meter burn is the key for that. Like I just showed right there. And for like, you know, doing the overhead, the low into the mid for the combo on their wake up, forward meter burn is the idea for that one. And that pretty much sums up all the normals of Mr. Solomon Grundy. Tune into part 2 where I'll be discussing and analyzing for his special moves. Alright, see you guys in part 2.